All right, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Just, trying to figure things out here. As we know, if you've been here before, not a professional at the stream and all that. So just trying to figure that out. I'll make sure I have chat open too, just in case anyone joins. Yeah, so just going to figure some things out while Xbox gets ready to start their thing. All right, let's see if this is actually working. 1 second here. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. Oh, here we go. All right, I think it's a little loud. Hopefully not too loud. You guys just bear with me. Trying to make sure the audio levels are good. All right. Yeah, so let's do this thing. Middle of the day. Why not, right? I know some things have already leaked out early. So we'll see how much of this is actually a surprise or not. But yeah, I am very much looking forward to seeing what they talk about. Hopefully get some release dates. See what happens. All right, here we go. Hopefully the volume is okay. All right, hopefully you guys can still hear me. Let's do this thing. Developer Direct. Got a couple of games are gonna feature, we know this. So let's see what happens. Going to Obsidian first, gonna hear about Avowed maybe.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world,
Looks
where
nice.
you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the Living Lands.
All right.
At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Aora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, Gameplay Director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment,
I'm just looking at the environment.
For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing.
But
you're making real-time decisions about when to use your
first-person
abilities,
melee stuff, always kind of
powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range.
Yeah.
Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled
lizards.
manner.
We're fighting a lot of
It's important to pay attention to the
lizards
types
in
of
this
enemies
game.
you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters
Is
you
that
will
all you
face,
fight is
we
lizards?
provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during
Oh,
combat.
guns, that's cool.
That means you can play however you want.
The flintlock
Equip
pistol,
a sword
or
and
whatever they're
shield
called.
and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them.
Nice.
We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make
that the
difficult
name of the
decisions with
world? The
profound
world of the Living
consequences.
Lands?
Like this side quest you may encounter in
Interesting
Shatterscarp,
name.
the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us.
Hey, look,
Manu,
a non-lizard
Kiri,
person who is still a
Naoki,
little scaly, so
and
still
me.
kind of lizard-like.
Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
Yeah, so
My squad and I
all
rested in the
Bethesda
cave
and
by the water last
Obsidian
night,
games
and
up
as
to
we
this
were
point.
sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to
don't
know
about
if anyone
the
else
facial
made it out.
designs on
Of course he
these
did.
characters, man.
Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you?
Otherwise, I think it looks pretty
That
good.
Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was
Humanoid characters
paranoid?
just look
That I was a
weird.
dumb baby?
Like the way their mouths
heard
are
it all
moving when they
often,
talk.
and
Oh, it's because
loudly.
of the teeth
Wait, if you found
that are
Sergeant
pointy, or
Asui,
the eyes that still look
why is he
kind of
not here with you? What happened?
same old. I don't know. I don't
At
know
the
what
end
it
of the
is.
quest, you
Well, I'm
have
sure
a
it's gonna be a
choice.
fun game.
When
I
you
do think
confront Private Naoki, if you
think a lot of
believe
people
the
are gonna
story
enjoy
he's
this game.
told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found
I do like that they said
inspiration in
weird. I
a
don't know why.
wide
I like
swath
that.
of
I want it to be
real-world
weird.
cultures,
Cool.
helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic
If the environments
wastes.
look good,
And each of
I think
those
the combat
regions
looked
itself
as fun as
is
it
a
could for me
confluence
personally
of
with
storied
first-person,
landscapes.
you know, the first
All of the
person
regions
approach.
have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones
I'm
of
digging
a wasteland of sand
the way this game
and
looks.
marching
I'm
in
liking
towards
it.
a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure,
I mean, I
and even a little
loved my
danger.
time with Outer Worlds and Starfield, and those had those same kind of
We hope you've
not
enjoyed
quite
this
right
look at
human
Avowed.
faces, right?
We're
So,
thrilled to
but I
share
still
more
really
about the
enjoyed those
game in the
games,
coming
so.
months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
This fall. There you go. You get to kill all the lizards you want this fall. Oh, I've seen that in Star Wars. Avowed. We hate lizards. That's the subtitle. Fall 2024. Hey man, this could be a big year for Xbox if the date leak of one of these other games is accurate. It could be big. All right, where are we going next? Here we go, Hellblade. They're gonna show us some behind the scenes how they motion captured things. They love showing us that because it is. Hey, it's impressive. It really is. But I feel like they've shown us so many behind the scenes.
Hi, I'm
for
Don
this game.
Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And the
final
team
months
is
of
working
development.
hard to bring you an unforgettable journey
So is it really
into
coming in
Senua's
May?
unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope
Okay.
you care about too.
It's gonna be creepy and terrifying and disturbing, I'm sure.
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices.
Yep.
While the Furies are still her
recognize you.
constant companions, she encounters
A lot of
new
zoom-ins
people
on
along the
your
way,
face.
some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement
Man, these faces look amazing.
became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland
Yeah,
on the
these-
trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving
The
her
faces
people.
and the eyes.
In the story, we're
look
trying to be as
incredible
faithful to history
in
as
these
we can
games.
up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new
the first game
allies
came out so
who will
long
come
ago, I
to
wonder if
see
it's
her
worth
unique perspective as a beacon of hope.
going back and revisiting
and
at some
she'll
point.
discover along with us how
I don't know, I
this viewpoint can
I
have
know
its
some people really
advantages.
didn't love the puzzles in that game, and I'm assuming they'll improve them here. But I didn't mind them. Overall, I just thought the overall experience was really good.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other
Combat
people
and
don't,
puzzles were
hearing voices, and having
fine.
unique beliefs about the world around her. To
that's
bring
not what made
Senua's
it good.
perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
Oh my.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find
Did they
themselves
just say that they
traversing
got
beautiful and hostile
real
environments,
psychos to help
seeking
make this
answers
game?
from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique
pretty
way,
sure that's what
and
they just
battling
said.
through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level.
Yeah,
With a new
I would
motion
hope
capture
so.
space,
It's been working
a
on
bigger
it for
stage team, a stunt crew, and a new
working on it
cast.
since I was in my 30s.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel.
All new combat. I like hearing that.
One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me.
Exclusive when it
On
first came out?
stage, our main
Does that sound
focus
right?
is storytelling.
I'm pretty sure it was.
So I get to watch the actors and
So it's
see all the
interesting
beautiful
that now it
expressions on
is
their
a
faces. And then I have
majorly,
to wait a
highly
little while, and then I get to see
Xbox
that all
exclusive.
again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the
looks really
studio
that.
is unified in achieving a deep
good.
level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Dang.
We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good
Are they
representation
going to show the
of
people
this type
walking
of
around the
auditory
microphone again? Do you guys remember that behind
As
the
we
scenes of
focus
the
on
first game?
immersion, binaural audio
They had
is
people,
perfect
like,
for this because through
walk real
headphones,
close and then come back.
you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
That's cool.
What will we do to us?
Music
It's
is
like
a
having a
strange
crowd of
language in the
golems
sense that it
all
speaks
the
to our
time.
emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural
There we go.
touch of
There's the
music.
thing.
So
They did it
this
in the first
all
game.
creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
They walk in circles, talking into the microphone at different volumes.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua.
I love that,
and
through every ninja.
we are creating this character that
That's
grows
awesome.
and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing.
Yeah.
So that makes it real.
No, that's cool.
I'm so
I
proud
appreciate
of
this
the
behind
love,
the scenes for this.
care
I'm
and
intrigued.
passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to
Expectation
craft
levels
an
are high.
experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set
We know it's
pieces,
gonna look
from our
good.
cinematic
That's
scenes to our puzzle solving,
without a
everything is crafted in service
How
of
will it
Senua's
feel to
journey.
play? That's
A
the
journey
big
that you
question.
can embark on May 21st.
May 21st. There it is. The leak was correct. May 21st. All right. Moving on. Is it time for Indiana Jones? Are they saving that one for last? Oh, a little surprise. Square Enix. Oh, that's so cool. I like the way they did that. That's cool. Nice job. Nice job on that one. Because we are expecting these 4 games and then they interject this. That's a cool idea.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at Square Enix.
This is one that they talked about, right? The
聖
new
剣伝
entry.
説 Visions of Mana の情報
Yeah,
を
Visions of Mana.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる
Yeah, been over
聖剣伝
15 years.
説シリーズの完全新作。
Gonna launch on Xbox.
聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として
That's
誕
right.
生して以
Final
降、
Fantasy Adventure.
マナ
It's
と
kind of beginning
聖
of the
剣を
Mana
めぐって
series.
描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性を生かして戦うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく
There's
愛
been
さ
so
れ
many
て
that
き
I've
ました。
missed. Look at all these. Holy crap.
本作は
17? I didn't
30
know
年
there
以
were
上の
17.
歴史
I
あ
would
る
not
シ
have
リーズ
guessed
の
that
最新
number.
作となるため、
I thought there
こ
were
れ
like
まで培われてき
6,
た聖
maybe?
剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。
A little bit of Dragon Quest.
シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
That looks great.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井光一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I am Koichi Ishii from Grez. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。
Excuse me. They're featuring this on the
聖剣伝
Xbox
説ファイ
Developers
ナルファン
Direct, so
タ
I
ジー外
wonder
伝を
what
作っていた頃から
connection
自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも
Their
注
expressions
目
are
してください。
frightening. Is that kind of what he just said?
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
Yeah, my kids will be very much on board
新
with
たな
this.
仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目やアルマジロによく似た仙山公や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Maybe early? It's early exclusive or something? That'd be surprising. So I don't know. Look at that, very fluid. that looks fun. Looks
今
good.
作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Yeah, it does look like
空中でのアクション
some good
が
work
バトル
went
の
into
鍵
this,
とな
I
ってお
think.
り、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。
Oh yeah,
そして
midair. That
本
was
作
cool.
ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。
Boss fight looks fun.
精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
Pretty epic special
オリジ
moves
ナ
or
ルモンス
finishing
ターや
moves or something.
ピックリンにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Summer 2024. Hey, they're spreading this out pretty good. You got a late spring release with Hellblade 2. You got this Visions of Mana, which is multi-platform, this summer, and then this fall for Avowed. Looks like there's space along the bottom for one other surprise visitor later, maybe. Huh? Huh? Maybe. Alright, time to hear from Oxide.
Hello, and welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Yeah, I remember this
Ara
being
is an
announced.
homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we
Hey,
wanted to challenge some of
games
the
are cool,
preconceived notions
and
about the
they
genre, push it
hold my
forward in a
attention for a
modern,
little while.
empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
Without
For
fail,
example, we have over 100 instruments on
become
display
at some
in the
point
office,
overwhelming and
which
overly
are all
complex.
things
and
that we
either I have
purchased
to
in
really
order
lean
to
in and
add
make
to
it
the
my
soundtrack
thing and
and
get good at it. But usually I end up
expand the
kind of leaning
game
back out and saying,
and
"Nah,
make
that
it
was
really
fun."
good.
And moving on. That's just how these games go for me. Crusader Kings 3 and
Hi, Dan.
Age of Empires 4, all the same.
That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see
I
from
am interested
concept
in
to
Frostpunk
completion.
too. Frostpunk 2
We
is
started
what's coming out
small,
this year.
building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices
It's hard to tell what
while
this
still
is more
having
like. I think
agency
it's
over their
mostly like
playstyle.
Civilization.
We
but
also wanted to explore more in
quite
different
tell
parts of
what it
history
mostly comes
and give
after.
players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their
Could be like the
decisions,
Total War
they would need to
games, but
see
those aren't
their
as much
choices
city
reflected
building,
in the
so-
game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll
But the way
see
you see
when
the
you dive into
division of the
Ara
areas
is
looks
what we
like
call the
Crusader
living
Kings
world.
and-
It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth,
Right.
bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map, it reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow.
Yeah, I don't know
Core
about
to
this
the
one, but
vision
hey,
of
it's on
Ara
Game Pass.
is
I'll
our
probably give it a
philosophy
try
of
on
rule how
PC.
you want to rule.
I'll give it a try.
And no feature better exemplifies this than the Prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known.
Oh.
This is
So you
measured
don't
by
have to-
prestige, the player's score that proves their
Reminds
worth
me of
as a
Seven
leader.
Wonders a little bit. You guys ever
The
played that board
prestige
game?
system
I
gives
love Seven
players the
Wonders.
chance to decide what kind of
Such
leader
a cool
they
board
want
game
to
and
be.
so simple.
Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military
Like,
might.
it looks complex, but once you play it, you're like,
Scientific
oh, this is very
advancement.
straightforward. I love that.
The
game.
choice is theirs.
Whoa,
In
all the way
Ara,
up
there
to
are
mechs,
no
huh?
set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural
Seven
achievements from
Wonders.
throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara
funny
that
the
I'm
idea of
personally
building the
excited
pyramids of
about
Giza
is our crafting
somewhere else.
system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering
Yeah, I
the
was
right
gonna
things,
say,
turning them
usually
into the
4X
tools
is
that
like-
you
I
need,
think
and
more
then
like Total
finally
War, those kind of
getting to the
games.
outcome or reward of something like an important improvement
Whereas
or triumph just changes the
This looks like
challenge
there's a
that
lot
exists
more
in Ara
collecting
compared to
resources,
other
building up
4X
your
games.
city, and maybe fighting.
Crafting plays out in Ara at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components.
Interesting to
Those
give
are
a
the
game like this much
foundation
time on
for
a
everything,
big
from
presentation
international
like this. I only say
trade
because
to improving
these are
their
very
cities and
niche
citizens'
games, like
lives,
either you
and even
are into
manufacturing
them,
the weapons
or you're
necessary
not.
to
I don't
draft
know a whole lot of
military
people who
units.
just
The
dabble in
crafting system in
strategy
Ara
games, you know?
encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards
usually are
players
really,
who
really
can see
into
the
them or not.
strategic
I consider
outcome of
myself
all
really
their
into them.
collective decisions, and not
But I
just the
also try to
individual
play
ones.
so many games. I
I'm
get
proud of the work
distracted
that's
from-
gone
away
into
from
our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Ara, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan
you all
for
do
a
a turn at the
variety of
same time and you
scenarios
all
in
end
the
at the
moment.
same time,
This
then things
system
play
makes
out.
Ara just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very
Simultaneous
low.
turns. That's
you
cool.
get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Ara, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines
like that
is
it's
in
an
our
alternate
leaders.
Earth,
Leaders
but
are
it's
so
all very
often
real
seen as
historical
military
figures,
personnel
and
or
they're
prominent
maintaining their
government
cultures.
figures. But
Like,
leaders
dude,
come in
mix
so
and
many
match if you're
different
gonna do
forms.
alternate.
They're thought
Make it
leaders,
crazy.
scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Ara has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and
Make
unique
it crazy,
leader
make it
trait
weird.
informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a
For us at
tabletop game.
Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Ara for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback.
Yeah, that is
In the
pretty cool.
end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should
Just
probably make a change
lions
when one of our
destroying your
insiders
city.
made a
That's
forum
so
post that
funny.
was just,
Cougars, cougars.
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Cougars.
someone get these feline demons away from me.
That's awesome.
I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard work to bring you
Yeah,
a
because in
strategy
real life, mountain
experience
lions
like no
wander in
other.
herds and attack people.
And we're so excited that we can finally
That's
see the
amazing.
finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game
This will make it
later this
sooner.
year.
But the launch of Ara is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our
It's like a
insider program
February
after
game,
the
you think,
release
maybe?
date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Ara and to create your own history.
When can we play it? Oh, fall. All right, two fall games. All right. There we go. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 down. Wonder if there's any other surprise ones kicking in. Let's see. This is going to be an interesting match.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games.
Really? That's the studio?
I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little
listen,
bit
they make
nervous
great games,
because
so I'm
look,
very
it's,
intrigued.
Indiana
that's
Jones.
not the studio I
and
would have thought of.
Their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
All right, here we go. Gameplay, maybe? Probably cutscene.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones. I say Mr. Jones.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have.
I like how they don't show his face. Classic indie movie moment. Don't show his face till you have to.
Instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense.
It does look like Wolfenstein characters. Here's the little hint of the theme.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried.
Alright, that does sound a lot like
just waiting.
It's hard to tell. I'm just got one headphone in listening. I can't tell if that's his voice or just a really good impersonator.
Can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Little LA Noir look there. Nice. Oh, okay, whip combat.
Throughout history,
we'll get a whole lot of whip combat in first-person mode for sure.
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle.
So does this take place? What do you guys think? Is it before Last Crusade? After Last Crusade?
I've had run-ins with these guys before.
Good edit. Good edit.
Trust me. It ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Looks good. I don't know if it's fun to play or not yet, obviously, but it looks good.
Patron of the fallen angels.
I don't know, man. I trust their pedigree. The Wolfenstein games were so good.
The Great Circle.
And the Great Circle. It's a funny name, but.
You have any idea how old that was?
Yeah, didn't
Indiana
quite sound like
Jones
him there at the
is
end,
such
but yeah, I'm
an
excited. I'm
iconic
excited for
character,
this.
and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, He's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
And he punches
now
Nazis
we
in
have
the
the
face.
opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
I probably would have picked third if you let me pick for an Indiana
Whether
Jones
it's
game.
cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples,
I don't know, maybe it's
or
because
seeing your
Uncharted.
knuckles go bloody in a fist fight.
why.
All
Just
of these
in my head, third
moments
person
are
makes
much
more
more
sense, but
intense in first
this looks
person.
good.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip. And so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Yeah, so you can soak in all
Indiana
of Indy's
Jones and the
goodness,
Great
right?
Circle is
Oh, there you
set
go.
between Raiders of the Lost
Hey,
Ark
I was right
and The
before
Last
last
Crusade.
episode. Well, I was right. I was guessing.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the
'cause
night
Marcus
to the
was
sounds
there,
of a
right?
break-in and
Marcus
rushes
in
to
a
confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant
Tony Todd?
artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping
Looks
to
like
learn
Tony
why
Todd.
this particular relic
think
was
his name's Tony
stolen,
Todd.
and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop.
It's not an easy
Leave
thing
me
to
about
capture
it.
the vibe
Stop.
of something that has long history.
We
to
always
it.
talk about how
Looks like they
clever
did a good
Indiana
job.
Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation.
Yeah, like I have a lot of puzzles.
The most authentic
Environmental puzzles.
Indiana Jones experience we can
Tomb
make
Raider,
is the
Uncharted,
one
all
that
that
makes
kind
you
of stuff.
think
They're all inspired by this.
first.
Getting the hang of this.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
Yeah.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your
I'm
journey.
curious how much shooting will actually
We
be.
have these really diverse environments
Like
for you to
Wolfenstein,
explore.
it was just like
Indy's journey will take him
huge
to the
weapons,
forgotten
tons of
temples of
ammo,
Sukhothai,
unloading,
the
right?
pyramids of Egypt,
They
the
said
snow-peaked
revolver. I think
Himalayas,
that's the type
and
of
beyond.
shooting we should expect.
We
Just
look
the
carefully
occasional
at
shooting.
each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it
Yeah, that's
feel
good.
like a true
Uncharted 4
cinematic
vibes right there.
Indiana Jones adventure.
Gotta have
One
the
of the
Zeppelin.
biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for
It's
the
so
indie
good.
films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
Sounds amazing.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors.
That's awesome. Look at that.
Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We
They did a
always
good job. They
love
captured
our
some
villains,
nuances
and
there. I
we
think
might
it was
have
really
found
good.
Our favorite one
Like the little
yet
subtle
with
expression.
Emmerich Voss.
That's good.
He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
I like
He's
that they're showing
highly
us
intelligent
doing
and
some
the
design
perfect
stuff
foil
and
for Indy.
previewing it that way. That's
They're
cool.
both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
Yeah, and stealth.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment.
Oh, nice.
You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip. And hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones.
I mean, that's
obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
This is looking pretty good to me, I don't know.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us.
Yeah, right.
We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Of course, there's Todd back there stealing things. That's funny. Maybe that happened earlier, I missed it. So 3 big fall games. Oh, just 2024. Yeah, it could be late summer, I suppose. September maybe, but more likely a holiday game. Although that and Avowed together, you'd think they want to space out 2 first-person adventures, you know? Sizzle reel. Yeah, if this is where they wrap it up, then we will also wrap it up. But I just want to make sure I don't miss any kind of surprise things like the square thing, which was pretty cool. I like the way they did that.
Take one.
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech.
Core to the vision of ARA is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. Stay happy!
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
Avowed, we hate lizards.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Yeah, this one looks fun. Don't know if I'll get that on Xbox though, unless it's a Game Pass game. Then I'll definitely. That's pretty good. Hey, you're welcome. Hey, so what do you guys think? I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, overall, yeah, there's gonna be a global reveal coming up for the Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, so overall, I thought it was pretty good. They didn't. I like that they told us ahead of time. We're going to talk about these 3 games, and here they are. We got a release date for Hellblade 2, which did leak out earlier, but that's fine. They still announced it, and we know that this year was looking pretty full for Xbox. Hey, at least one new IP, right, with Avowed. So that's pretty exciting. I guess technically that Ara one is also new IP. So yeah, pretty exciting time for Xbox gamers. And hopefully these all deliver. I'd love to see Indiana Jones this summer. Like, think summer blockbuster movie. Great time for that game to come out too. So we will see. All right, guys, that does it for us. We'll see you. Make sure you check us out on our channel for lots of gameplay videos and our podcast every Monday. All right, see ya.